Do it. Clap.
1, 2, 3. So hey, I'm Greg, and my friend Rob is not here. Where's Rob? Where the heck's Rob? He's not here. Rob's gone. That's a problem. I don't know why. He's not here. But I know something that's not a problem. Freaking coffee. This stuff right here. Now, many of you guys have seen on our packaging and most other packaging this little thing that says processed, and it might be like washed or natural or honey or something like that. Do they actually wash the beans before they put it in the coffee? Who knows? Is a natural processed coffee just coffee like dug up from the earth? It's possible. And honey, did they just like pour gallons of honey on coffee? Well, all those things are not true, but they're kind of true. One of the things that is a misconception about honey processed coffee is that people are always like, hey, so is honey processed coffee just where they just drop a bunch of honey on the coffee or something like that? And I'm like, no, it's not. Essentially, it's real simple. You got coffee beans. They're inside this awesome fruit. It's a cherry, essentially. After they harvest it, they lay them on these beds with some shade over top of it, so that the mucilage and the meat and the sugars from outside of the coffee bean, they get brought into the bean. It's freaking awesome. Very similarly, it's a natural processed coffee. It's where they throw all the beans out, or the cherries out, onto big raised beds and let them sit out in the sun. They turn them every now and then. They do their thing. They bring it to like 11 or 12% moisture content. The third type of coffee, which is probably the most prominent, is a wash coffee. Wash coffees, after harvests are picked, they're depulped in a little machine that pulls off all the meats and all that stuff. And then they're thrown into a tank, a fermentation tank essentially. And instead of fermenting out underneath the sun or in the shade, it's fermented in water. That's why they call it wash, because they wash it. Some of the different flavor differences between the three, typically wash coffees are a little more acidic. They might have like crazy, like clean flavors, or very complex. The mouth feels really smooth, typically tea-like. With a natural process, those are typically fruity, they're thicker. A lot of times natural processed coffees are a little bit lower quality than a wash coffee. So you might get some more defect flavors, you might get some variants and things like that. But one of the best parts about natural coffees is if you like strawberry or blueberry pie, you're very likely to have a coffee that tastes like strawberry or blueberry pie. Honey processed coffees, on the other hand, can taste like a lot of different things. Typically, they'll take those fruity or thicker bodied flavors, those jammy, fruity, crazy, like acidic flavors, and they'll accentuate them with this rich sweetness, almost like vanilla or meringue. And honey processed coffees are typically my favorite. There's obviously a wide variety of ways to process it other than these three, including some hybrid forms like the red honey process or the pulped natural or wet milled process. All these weird different processes are blends of some of these, or like adjustments as far as some of the machining and things like that go. But those are your three main processes, and you should totally check each one of them out and discover some of the amazing things about coffee that those processes accentuate and show off. Cheers.